What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Taylor here. Good morning. Today is going to be another day in the life, full day of eating vlog. I am going to be taking you guys along with me today and show you what a day in the life typically looks like for me. For those of you who are new to the channel, I post tons of fitness content on here. I am a bikini bodybuilder and I have been bodybuilding since 2018, but we're switching things up this year. I took a year off to kind of just rebuild my body, have some fun without restriction, and now it is time for me to kind of dial back in. And no, I'm not competing this year, but I am doing a cut for the summer and I wanted to document this process for those of you who are trying to push yourselves. And I really am hoping that this content will be a little bit more realistic and relatable for those of you who are just trying to get into fitness, find yourself, feel more confident in your skin, and not push yourselves to extremes necessarily, but to give yourself a little bit of a challenge, and that's what I'm currently doing. So although yes, I'm not competing this year, I am trying to get a little bit shreddy for summer, get bikini body ready, if you know what I mean. And I just recently started working with a new coach who is an expert with bodybuilding and especially with bikini athletes, but also with lifestyle clients. So I will be showing you guys physique updates like you just saw every single week. So be sure to check out my 2023 fitness journey playlist if you're interested in seeing what changes I'm making from week to week, along with these daily vlogs. I also have tons of lifestyle and fashion content on here, so you can check out those playlists if you're interested in seeing my hauls. I recently uploaded an awesome Shein spring haul, so be sure to check that out in my playlist as well. I just kind of wanted to give you guys some insight on what I've been up to here on the channel and what things are looking like for me right now. So as for my physique update, which you would have just saw, I weighed in this morning at 138.2. Weight yesterday was actually up to like 139.6. This morning back down to 138.2. Midweek last week it was around 137. So something I wanted to say to those of you who are really concerned and focused with the scale, yes, it is important. Yes, it is a tool of measurement, but it is not everything and it does fluctuate. So if you are weighing yourself, be sure to check in every couple of days because it's not going to be the same all the time. If you don't use the washroom for a day, your weight is going to be up. If you don't get enough sleep, your weight's probably going to be up. There's tons of things that can impact the number on the scale, so we need to make sure that we're always measuring other variables as well, and that's what I'm currently doing. So the past 2 weeks we haven't made any adjustments with food or cardio, and reason being is we're trying to get my metabolism in a comfortable place, as well as my energy levels and output in the gym and my routine before basically digging deep and pushing myself to extremes. And of course, it's important to make sure that you're pushing yourself no matter what. But when you think about building a house, you always have a solid foundation. And when it comes to your fitness journey and your body, you need to make sure that you have a solid foundation as well. And when I started working with my coach, I was a little bit all over the place. Yeah, I went to the gym 5 times a week, but was I really pushing myself as hard as I could have? Probably not. Was I consistent with my food? Yeah, I hit my protein most days, but the other macros were all over the place. My meals were all over the place. My meal timing was all over the place. And my energy levels were absolute trash. After 2 weeks of eating consistently and paying attention to meal timing and just making sure that I'm getting back into the routine, working out at a time that works for me, I'm already feeling a million times better. And it truly is amazing to see when you eat whole, nutritious foods for a couple of weeks consistently and you let your body adapt and adjust to that, the changes that it will make, it's just insane. So although the number on the scale has been fluctuating or kind of maintaining around like 137, 138, I am already seeing so much more definition in my body. My skin is clearer, my skin feels tighter, my output in the gym has increased, which means my strength is going up right now. So I'm seeing PRs every single week in the gym. And I woke up this morning on my own at 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I don't remember the last time that I did that feeling like I was ready to get up and just tackle the day. So point being, if you're looking to start a diet or a cut for the summer, give yourself a week or two to at least just try to get consistent with the routine, to make sure that you're comfortable in the place that you're at, and to make sure you're ready to kind of give it your all energy-wise, because if not, you will crash and burn, and we don't want that. So as for this week, some adjustments that I'm personally going to be making is focusing on certain movements in the gym and just trying to push myself to lift a little bit heavier and focus on progressive overload along with form. And with my cardio, the last 2 weeks I was doing 4 times 25 minutes, and I was doing a little bit outside, some sessions on the bike, some sessions on the treadmill. And for this week, I'm trying to reel things in and be consistent with those 4 times 25 minutes and do them the same way every single time. I need to make sure that all variables are consistent, so that way I know where I can improve things or increase intensity if needed. And if I decide to go outside for a walk, bonus, I'm getting extra steps in, but my actual cardio sessions are going to be completed going forward with intent and purpose. And that's the adjustment that I'm going to be making this week, along with trying to push myself in my training sessions. We're keeping food the same for right now. With the current meal plan or macro plan that I'm on, I do still get an untracked meal or a free meal of whatever I want once a week, which I like to personally save for the weekend. But I'm also currently eating enough volume that I don't necessarily feel like I want to indulge in anything else either. So if your calories are lower, another tip that I want to give you is to try to make the most of those calories. Try to have foods that digest well for you, that feel good for you, that are high volume for the calories so you're feeling full and satiated. And don't be afraid to spice things up a little bit. Whether you're on a meal plan or you're tracking macros, you can always try and spice things up and make sure that you are communicating with your coach if something is feeling a little bit unattainable for you, or that you feel like you need to change or to switch things up a little bit. That's how I try to approach things with my clients. Of course, as a coach, I do take the macronutrient tracking approach for flexibility reasons. However, my clients are always provided with documents and details on how you could possibly or potentially structure a meal plan or a day of eating if need be to hit targets. So kind of just wanted to splurge a little bit, give you guys that update on where my head's at, what I've been up to, and what the changes are for this week. Of course, you guys saw what I was looking like. I do feel a little bit more confident this week in my physique and how things are kind of coming together and the definition that I'm seeing. That's enough blabbering for this morning. For today, we are working from home for the majority of today, but I do have a handful of errands to run, and I actually am doing a paint night with some family friends. So I will show you guys how I plan to prepare things for that later this evening, because I am gonna have to take my meals with me for this evening, and for me, being prepared is key. So I'm not exactly sure in what order I'm going to train or run my errands or whatever, but I know for sure, first things first, I need to sit down and plan out today. So I'm gonna go grab my agenda, gonna write down all the things I need to do today, and from there I plan to sit down, do my client check-ins, do some work, and get this day started. So this is the agenda that I'm currently using. I'll show you guys the pages and like what it kind of looks like. But basically for like every month, there's like a full calendar here, and then if you go into like the specific or particular weeks, you'll see that there is a day broken down with tons of space for you to kind of freely write, along with notes and to-dos. So what I personally find really helpful, especially for someone who's a little bit of a scatterbrain and has tons of different jobs and things to do all the time, is to actually start by writing down my to-dos on the right side. So things I just kind of want to get done this week, and in no particular order. It's just what I need to get done as it comes to mind or as it comes up. I like to write them down on the side here. Any notes that I want to make or reminders for myself, I just stick right here, or things maybe that I want to work on that aren't necessarily a task that needs to get done, but something that has been on my mind or I would like to do this week. And then from there, I will take the to-do list and add these things to my day-to-day routine. So for Wednesday, I would put down that I'm vlogging today, and that I have client check-ins today, and whatever I'm training today. And as I complete cardio and things as well, I will write down on the specific day what it is that I did and like what I weighed in on at that day, just so at the end of the week, when I go back to check in with my coach, I can say, okay, on Wednesday, I weighed 138.2 pounds. This is the cardio that I've done broken into this, and I don't have to actually go back in my memory and try to remember what it is that I did. So this is kind of where I log everything when it comes down to being organized. And how I like to start my day is making sure that there's nothing missing from the to-do list, that everything for Wednesday looks good and I can get it all done for Wednesday, and then add anything else that I need to, and just kind of start taking things off the list as I go throughout my day. So I highly recommend picking up a good agenda. I used to buy like $5 agendas, and you can definitely do that, but for me it's good to have a place where I can kind of put everything and it's all right in front of me. I've done the thing where you've had like 3 or 4 different agendas. It just doesn't work for me personally because I find I'm just too all over the place, but some people do find that really, you know, beneficial too, when you have like a monthly, a weekly, a daily agenda, and you got to do what's best for you. But I think I got this one at Chapters or off Indigo, so it was probably like $25. I'm not really sure. So that is that. This is my baby. As for like notebooks, I have a couple of different notebooks. There's really no rhyme or rhythm to the notebooks for me. I do have one for like my personal work and then one for my other job, and then from there I kind of just jot things down. So if I'm on YouTube and I see something that was like really creative or something that I liked a lot and something that I'd like to build on or do something similar or just have an idea, I'll write down this in the notebook and just kind of make sure it's written down somewhere. I'll just label it and then I'll kind of work on that. I am a very hands-on person, so when I'm doing client check-ins, as I'm reading check-ins, I'll make notes in the notebook and make sure that I take that information and relay it back to the client. And this is something that I kind of just use for day-to-day scribbling and note taking, I suppose. So I always have a notebook and agenda with me in my laptop bag no matter where I go, because you never know when someone's going to send you an email or something's going to pop up, and the best way to be successful is to stay organized. So same thing with your food tracking, same thing with whatever it is with fitness. You want to make sure that your life is also organized and you're setting yourself up for success for the days to come. So I'm going to go ahead and write down what it is I need to do today here in my little agenda, and then we're going to sit down on the laptop and get some work started before we eat meal number 1. So we have our giant water bottle here. This is honestly the key for me getting in at least like 4 liters of water a day. For some reason, I drink water so much faster when I have a straw. I don't know what that's about, but I got this at Winners or Marshalls for like $12, and I have literally been carrying this around with me every single day since last summer, and it is the GOAT. It also keeps things really cold, especially if you add ice. But I'm going to go ahead and add a scoop of creatine to this water bottle right now. This is from Jacked Factory. You guys can save on your Jacked Factory order using code TBT at checkout. The link is down below if you're interested. I have a scoop of creatine every single day. And yes, if you're wondering, creatine is safe to take, and it is not a steroid. The reason I'm saying this is that I did get some questions on Instagram regarding creatine and if it was safe or if it was considered a steroid, and it is absolutely not. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements out there, and there are still tons of studies being done on different supplements, and it's obviously important that you do your research before you take anything, and it's totally your choice what you want to take, but creatine works perfect for me, helps me get that extra push in the gym, and I think it's one of the best supplements out there for anyone who's looking to make those gains. As for the next product I'm going to be putting into my water, this is L-glutamine. I take L-glutamine 2 times a day. So in the morning, once I'm up and on the go, my first shaker of water, I do 1 scoop of L-glutamine, and then 30 minutes-ish before bed, I'll have another scoop of L-glutamine, and that really just helps me with my GI tract overall. This is also one of my favorite products and probably most underrated supplements in my opinion. And of course, this is also from Jacked Factory, so enhances muscle recovery, immunity support, supports GI tract integrity, and increases energy. And I have noticed a big difference in like my digestion, my bloating, and overall like body composition since I've been taking both of these, and I will continue to take them because I love them. And yeah, so you guys can check out the link below if you want to order, but that's what I have mixed up here in this water bottle. So I'm gonna sip on this now while I start doing some client check-ins. I have my whole day tentatively planned out right now, and I do have to do some other work for my other job as well this morning. So it'll probably be an hour or so before I eat my first meal of the day. So I'm gonna sit down now, sip on this water, try to get about a liter and a half into me, and then we're gonna eat meal number 1. All right, so it is time for meal number 1, which is going to be the pre-workout meal today. I am planning to head to the gym a little bit earlier today because of all the things that are on my plate. So I just did a couple hours of work. It is now 10:30, and I've been trying to push off my first meal a little bit if I don't have to be in the office, because I tend to be getting a little bit hungrier after my workout, after my cardio, and in the evenings. My pre-workout meal is here. So this is the pre-workout meal. We have 50 grams of Rice Krispie cereal. I also topped it off with a whole banana, 10 grams of honey, and 20 grams of natural peanut butter. And then in the milk, we actually mixed up 1 scoop of authentic ISO from Jack Factory, chocolate peanut butter flavored. So I just mixed that up with some unsweetened milk. You can do water as well if you'd like. And that was my milk for the cereal. So we obviously have lots of carbs here. We have some fats and we have protein. So overall, well-balanced meal, simple carbs before the workout, so things are digesting quickly. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, eat this, and then we're gonna get ready for the gym. So this is today's gym fit. I've been super into wearing joggers to the gym lately, obviously for mostly upper body days, just because I get too warm on lower body days. But these are from TLF Apparel. This is just like a tiny top, like sports bra sort of thing. Honestly, don't even know where this is from. Maybe like Old Navy, Walmart, something like that. The back is just like crisscrossed, as you can see here, and it just kind of matched the green vibe. So this is what I'll be wearing for my push day today. And if you guys are interested in seeing what my workouts kind of look like and what I've been doing, be sure to check out my Instagram, because I have been posting tons of workout videos there on my main page, as well as in my highlights for anyone who's interested in trying out some new structured workouts or just seeing what I'm up to. So check out the Instagram. It's T Baker Tucker. I am feeling ready to go, so we are going to head to the gym now, and then we're gonna run some errands. So workouts complete, was a solid push day, hit a PR on my Smith machine press, so very stoked about that. But I am going to head on to the bank now because I did get a new visa and I need to activate it. So we're gonna go ahead, pop to the bank, and then depending on what stock that Gem Plus has in stock for laptops, I might pop in there, but that's pretty much the plan for now. So I will check back with you guys once we leave the bank. So the post-workout meal is 160 grams of jasmine rice with 140 grams extra lean ground beef, topped off with some buffalo sauce and this jalapeno pepper sauce from Walmart. Alright, so when I got back from the mall and the gym, the plumbers were here, so I couldn't really chat with you guys, but you did just see my meal number 2, which was the post-workout meal. We're gonna go and have another meal in a minute, but I wanted to show you guys what I got at the mall. I did go there to see if they had the laptop that I wanted in stock, which they of course did not, so I'm gonna have to order online. But I also made a pit stop to Sephora because I need to stock up on some of my essentials. So I did get this Tarte concealer. I don't wear foundation very often, if at all, and I usually just use like a thicker concealer like this one and kind of put it all over my face. I know you makeup girlies probably think it's wrong, but it works for me and that's what I like. And I was trying to get the Rare Beauty blush that I typically get, but it's been sold out for like weeks. So I got this Say, or however you say it, blush in the color Rosy, and it is a liquid blush, and I bought it for a friend for her birthday and it turned out really nice. So I'm very excited to try that one out now that my Rare Beauty one is on its way to the garbage. But just wanted to show you guys what I ended up getting. As for laptops, I'm probably gonna have to order from Apple or check out Best Buy to see if I can get a new one. Basically, the one I have right now, storage sucks, and it's really hard for me to edit more than one YouTube video at a time. And in doing that, I have to delete like everything off my laptop, and no matter how I clean up my laptop or what I do, after a couple of weeks or months, it just happens again. So it is time for me to upgrade to the MacBook Pro from the Air, and hopefully that means more better content for all of you. But I'm gonna go ahead and make up meal number 3 and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so it is time for meal number 3. So this is actually my typical breakfast, say if I was to get up really early and go to work and work out later in the day. Obviously we worked out earlier today than typical, so switch things up a little bit. So I'm still doing a breakfast style meal because I love breakfast and I could probably eat it any time of the day. So what we have here is 1.5 English muffins with 3 eggs. I also have light butter on these English muffins as well. And then here we have 150 grams of plain fat-free Greek yogurt and we have 1 kiwi chopped up on top. Very excited to dive into it. I'm feeling a little bit hungry, and we also forgot to take our vitamins today. So once I'm finished up eating here now, I will be taking my vitamins. So I'll show you guys what it is that I personally take. A lot of the times people are very deficient in vitamins and minerals, and of course nutrients too, which is where supplements definitely come in handy. And the goal with me taking these things is to make sure that I am leveled out and I am not deficient. Time to eat. I will see you guys in the next clip. While we shower, we're gonna meal prep some jasmine rice here because I am currently all out, and we need to top up on that to make sure we have enough for tonight and tomorrow. For our vitamins, we have omega-3s, vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin D, and also we have tonga ali and magnesium. So it is time for me to head on out to go to my paint night. This is at a house, so I am able to eat there, and the house that I'm going to does have potato, so I'm just taking 140 grams of actually ground beef with me, and I'm gonna be microwaving potato there and weighing it out. I am gonna have, I think, 185 grams of white potato with that beef, along with some cooked veggies, probably some green beans, something easy and simple like that. So that's gonna be my 4th meal of the day, and then when we come home after paint night, we will have our bedtime snack. Nothing really has happened today since we chatted last, just had to do some client check-ins. So I will see you guys in a little bit after paint night to show you what my last snack looks like. So our bedtime snack is going to be a scoop and a half of this authentic ISO from Jack Factory in vanilla oatmeal cookie this time, and I'm going to do a little bit of granola. This is the granola that I'm going to be using. This one has really great calories. It is 6 grams of fat, 32 carb, and 11 grams of protein for 52 grams serving. I'm only going to be doing half serving with my protein shake, and that's going to be the nightcap for us tonight. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little full day of eating. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you don't miss out on anything from me, and we will see you guys in a couple of days for another one.